Hey guys, welcome to video number 2. My name is James Selu, online marketer, entrepreneur, founder of jamesselu.com and the Level Up series. So, video number 2, time to borrow someone else's way of thinking. Now, I want to start with a question. Who are the people that you spend the most time with? I really want you to explore this, and I want you to think deep about the concepts that I'm going to go through in this training course. So, who are the people that you spend the most time with? It can be whether that's in person, it can be whether that's via phone call, via SMS, on some kind of social media platform. Who are the people that you spend the most time with? Now, very often in life, sometimes there are statements and phrases that are used so much that they start to lose value or they can become cliche. And this is definitely one of them. You are an average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Now, it's so true, but you don't know until you know. The people that you spend the most time with today, they are going to be a big reflection in who you are as a person. And I'm going to go through that. And like I always say, make sure you grab a pen, make sure you grab a paper, take as much notes as you can. I really want you to think deep about the 5 people that you spend the most time with, because they are going to reflect you in every aspect, whether that's in your earnings, whether that's in your character, whether that's in the level of achievement that you have. Whatever they do is going to be a reflection of what you are doing. So think about the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Now, if you hang around with 5 individuals that they love to party and that's all they do, you're going to end up being an individual that loves to party. If you spend your time with 5 people that are so negative, and I'm talking those kind of people that they're so negative, you put them in a dark room and they start to develop. If you hang around with negative people, you're going to be negative just like them. If you hang around, let's say, with 5 people that earn $25,000 a year, then the chances are your earnings is going to be around $25,000 a year. Now look, there's nothing wrong with earning £25,000 a year. Maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you've been struggling. Maybe you're stuck. There's nothing wrong with it. But the reason that you're here, I'm assuming, is that you want to level up. So I'm going to make the assumption about you that you don't want to be stuck at a certain level of earning. You want to take it to the next level. But here's the key issue. If all the people around you are earning 25,000, here's the reason why you're going to be earning the same or thereabouts the same. Because the level of thinking that everyone has is exactly the same. Their attitude to money is exactly the same. The types of things that they're doing is exactly the same. And the conversations that they have are exactly the same. Now, like I said, it's okay to earn 25,000 a year. And I don't want you to think that money can buy happiness. But here's a question that I have for you. If money was no issue at all, absolutely no issue, would all of the problems that you have today still be problems? It was the rapper Kanye West that once said, having money is not everything, but not having it is. Let me repeat that. Having money is not everything, but not having it is. And hey, look, I've been there, I know. When you're broke, when you're struggling with money, it takes over everything. It limits all of your choices. It's on your mind 24/7 a day. You're wondering, how are you gonna get by? How are you gonna survive? And here's the thing, your diet, it's not just the food that you put in your body, it's everything. It's the environment that you're in, the people that you're around, the conversations that you're allowing to take place in your presence, the music that you listen to. Because if you feed your body something bad, you get a bad reaction. Think about what's happening to your mind when you're in negative environments, when you're around negative conversations and when you're surrounded by people that are just stuck and they refuse to move. So really focus on the fact that your diet is not just what you put in your body. And here's the thing, if you can't change the people that you're around, then just change the people that you're around. And I want to speak about why it's so important that you take advice in terms of your environment and your surroundings from the right individuals. It's so important to have mentorship. We've already spoken about it. We're going to speak about it for the duration of this training course. In 2017, in today's day and age, it's no longer good enough to just be good at something. You need to have a mentor. You need to have someone that's guiding you, someone that can show you the way, and someone that can teach you what it is you need to be doing. Here's what I want to let you know. Your current level of thinking has got you to where you are today. So me, a few years ago, I was stuck. I was working 80 hours a week. I wanted more time. And I realized The way that I had thought before that had put me in the position that I'm in today. Your current level of thinking is a reflection of everything. Your relationships, your finances, everything that you can think of is a result of your current level of thinking or the people around you who are influencing your current level of thinking. This is why you have to understand that the people that you spend the most time with, they can only teach you what it is that they have done. And if they haven't achieved anything that you want to, you need to find someone who's achieved it, find someone who's in a position to help you so that they can guide you. One of the biggest problems in today's day and age, one of the main reasons that people don't become successful is that they take advice from the wrong individuals and they go to someone who's not in a position to help them and they seek guidance. I'll give you my own personal example. Not too long ago, I was flying back from a speaking event in Spain. And as we were coming back, landing down into the airport, there was crazy turbulence. Now, I'm not someone who's scared of flying, but believe me, I was nervous on this flight. The plane was coming through the clouds and the turbulence was crazy. And there was a lady sat next to me. She was already scared of flying and she grabbed my arm and she said, "Help me." Now, here's the thing. I was in the same place as her. I was a passenger on the plane just like her. So she grabbed me, said, "Hey, help me." There's nothing that I can do. The only person that can help her is the pilot. I'm not in a position to help her. And this is the problem that most people have. They go to someone else who's in the same place in life and they ask them for advice. That person, they can't guide you. They're in the same place as you. They're struggling the same way as you. They don't have time, they don't have money, whatever the case may be. If they're not in a place that you want to be, if you wouldn't trade places with them, then you can't ask them for advice. I'll give you my own personal example of how mentorship has helped me in different stages of my life. I had a goal of becoming a medical doctor. So here's what I did. I went to university, a place where medical doctors who are qualified could teach me. I invested £50,000, invested 6 years of time, and then after that, I qualified as a doctor. Very, very simple. That's mentorship. You find someone who's done what it is that you want to do, and you follow that individual. Super simple. Now, let me give you some more examples that you may have heard me give before, but they're so relevant, so powerful. Take a look at some of the highest performing athletes in the history of sport. Athletes like Michael Jordan, athletes like David Beckham, people like Usain Bolt. I promise you, go and read their autobiographies, go and study things that they've written or audios that they've recorded or films that they've made. The success that they have had, they will attribute so much of it to their mentors, to their coaches. And if you switch the word mentor for coach, it just makes sense. A top performing athlete will never get to that level of their career without a coach. Let's say that you want to learn how to drive. You can't just click your fingers and all of a sudden know how to drive. You need to go and get an instructor and they are going to teach you how to drive. Let's say that you want to become successful. You need to go to someone that's successful and learn from that individual. I'll give you another example. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most famous talk show hosts amongst other things. Her net worth today is $3 billion US. One of the people that she mentors is Ellen DeGeneres, another famous talk show host. In 2017, she made $75 million US. This is an example of mentorship. This is why mentorship is so important. Let's look at more examples. People that are on the Forbes list, the wealthiest entrepreneurs of all time. People like Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon. People like Bill Gates, the owner of Microsoft. People like Warren Buffett, the owner of Berkshire Hathaway, revenues 200 plus billion every single year. Read what it is that they write about mentors. They attribute so much of their success to mentorship, so much of their success to individuals that have guided them, individuals that have coached them. One last example, Y Combinator Group, a think tank in California. It's a group of successful individuals, motivated entrepreneurs and high earning individuals, and they sit around and they guide and they find the most successful people who are up and coming in business. Now, very, very simple. What they do is they offer them mentorship. They offer them advice. They give them investment. Now, some of the companies that have come out of Y Combinator, they include companies like Dropbox, companies like Uber, companies like Coinbase. Now, if these individuals needed mentorship to get their companies out there, and look at how big their companies are now, if high performing athletes, they need coaches, they need individuals to train them to get to the highest level, then you and I, we need even more mentors, even more coaches, and this is key. If your goal is to have more free time, if your goal is to have more income, then you need to go to people who have done it and you need to learn from them. Now, this is the key. This is what I want to let you guys know. I want you to go out there and I want you to find some mentors. Now, it's such a shame because today we live in the millennial era, one of the most powerful eras. You can connect with someone on the other side of the planet just like that. We have access to the greatest minds on the planet. They have compacted all of their secrets, all of their knowledge into books, trainings, audios. We can go to bookshops, we can go online to different outlets, and we can purchase all of their knowledge, all of their secrets for $5, $10, $20, whatever the case may be. That is mentorship. Now, in the United States last year, 70 billion, that's $70 billion was spent on lottery tickets. Only 14 was spent on books. And this is the reason why so many people are not getting to where they want to go. So let's have a look at the action plan. Here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to think about different areas that you want mentorship in, whether it's self-confidence, whether it's business, whatever the case may be, whether you want to become a better speaker, whatever is in line with your vision. I want you to go online, study those mentors, have a look at what it is that they're doing, and find someone who you want to mirror and have a look at what it is they have to say. Pay close attention to the concepts they teach and the things that it is that you can learn from them. So I'm gonna see you guys on video 3. Make sure you stay tuned.